Satsang-6. God is the Supreme Self, Param Atman. 20th November, 1934. Morning Satsang. If you aspire to be with God, discard Maya, illusion. The hope that is hidden deep in the innermost layers of your heart and mind is only illusion. Illusion puts a veil on the self. The self is within, and on it, illusion puts a covering. Brahman is only absolute pure consciousness. The human mind by nature is normally extroverted, focusing objectively. When the mind becomes desireless and remains so, it is Brahman. However, do not consider the mind to be Brahman. To be constantly thinking about the objects of the senses is to eclipse or veil the self. When attention is diverted from Atman, the self, and moves towards objects, that is called the beginning of the eclipse. That is the illusion. That is mind. To remain without thought is Brahman. Naturalness is the sign of Brahman. There is no worry, no lust, and no desire there. In this naturalness, even if one's whole kingdom is lost, the mind does not feel anxiety. When the objective functioning of the mind is over, the natural state, sahaja, comes into being, and one becomes steady in the self. When the worry and concern about worldly life ceases, the eclipse of the self is over. The illusion is then seen as the lila, the play of God, and is seen to be only God. The illusion, when seen as only the play of God, makes the mind desireless and free of all worry. The illusion of the individual, the jiva, remains full of cravings and desire. The desire of the individual ego goes even to the level of expecting that one must get a drop of water at the time of death. Meanwhile, the consciousness, which is the self, never cares for the body. Of what use then is the repetition of the name of God, a mantra, at the time of death, for one who is the self? This is the key of desirelessness. How long is this earthly life? One foot is in the grave, while the other foot is in the house. What is the use of this worldly life? This attitude is the sign of desirelessness. However, for a man who is attached to worldly life, though it is possible that he may die tomorrow, he carries on all his activities as if his lifespan will be for hundreds of years. The man without desire considers the lifespan of 100,000 years as if but one moment. The attachment in the heart that takes the form of pity towards the family and friends and all the beings is only the illusory play of God and is nothing but worldliness and worry. We should live for the Supreme Self, Param Atman, and our time should be utilized in the service to the Supreme Self.